Hi everybody, it's David Fleming here from the Toronto Realty blog, and I thought today, just for fun, I would take a quick tour of Regent Park with you guys. You heard it here first, guys. Regent Park is not a ghetto. It used to be. I think we can all admit that in the 60s, 70s, or even 80s. Right now, this is an area that has been completely redeveloped with condominiums. And no, they're not luxury condominiums, okay, despite what you might have read in developers' marketing brochures. But let's not confuse this with something it's not intended to be. This is not intended to be a luxurious part of Toronto. This is very affordable condominiums. And we're looking at Freshco, we're looking at Sobeys, and the other side there's a Tim Hortons, there's a Rogers. Not that that's necessarily a great thing, but there's a lot of infrastructure here. And we are right at the corner over there of Parliament and Dundas. We are very, very close to the downtown core. So the area itself, guys, completely redeveloped. All of these buildings used to be, as we know from any Google image search, or as you might remember from your childhood or mine, they were, low-income housing. And it's not like that anymore. This has all been redeveloped. There's townhomes, as you can see in the distance there. There are condominiums, there are towers, there are mid-rise, there are low-rise. And I gotta be perfectly honest, I might have made fun of this 10 years ago when the idea first came out to redevelop Regent Park. But you know what? You could do a hell of a lot worse if you're on a budget and you're looking to get close to the downtown core. So the infrastructure is there. I'm going to drive by, as you can see in a minute here, this massive new community center, which I've talked about in previous blogs, but seeing is believing here, guys. This, right to my left. Here we go. So this is the aquatic center in the distance there. And there's a massive park over here. So there's green space. There's, I don't know, steps for kids to rollerblade on, I guess. And then there's a little community garden over there, which is kind of neat. You can't really see it, and I apologize for all the cars going by. You'll have to take my word for it. The community garden, it's kind of a neat touch. And in the distance there, you can see the climbers. I wrote on my blog not too long ago, I was in this area not too long ago, and there was, I swear to God, 7 different women with babies all lined up with Mercedes and Audis. That's where some of the affluent folks hang out, and as well over there at the Aquatic Center. So in the distance, there are still buildings that are coming down. And as we'll see here as we continue along, there's work to be done here. There are, look there in the distance, there are a lot of other buildings that are going to come up, but there's also, in this area here, plans for more public infrastructure. In this lot here, where you can see they've raised some massive apartment buildings, there's plans. That crane obviously is for a building, but there are also plans over here for, I believe, a skating rink, a park, just more community structures, as you would hope that. You can see in the distance there, they're starting to build it. As you would hope eventually there would be in any area that's being redeveloped, you would hope that there is infrastructure, just as there is, which we just passed there with the Aquatic Center. But anyways, guys, kind of a chintzy little tour here from my car. But I've talked about it so many times, and I figured, you know what? It's one thing to listen to me. It's another thing entirely to see what they have done, and over here, what they are going to continue to do.